Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Where there is love, there is life. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. God has no religion. Hate the sin, love the sinner. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean doesn't become dirty. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The future depends on what you do today. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Each night when I go to sleep, I die, and the next morning when I wake up, I am reborn. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. Truth never damages a cause that is just. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Action expresses priorities. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. There is more to life than simply increasing its speed. Love is the strongest force the world possesses, and yet it is the humblest imaginable. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Remember that all through history there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they seem invincible, but in the end they always fall, always. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. There is nothing that wastes the body like worry. and one who has any faith in God should be ashamed to worry about anything whatsoever. They cannot take away our self-respect if we do not give it to them. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. To my mind, the life of a lamb is no less precious than that of a human being. Poverty is the worst form of violence. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. I call him religious who understands the suffering of others. There is no way to peace, there is only peace. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts, and everything will be well. Truth is one, paths are many. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. Yes, I am. I am also a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, and a Jew. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment, and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. My imperfections and failures are as much a blessing from God as my successes and my talents, and I lay them both at His feet. Faith is not something to grasp, it is a state to grow into. I believe in equality for everyone, except reporters and photographers. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. It is wrong and immoral to seek to escape the consequences of one's acts. If we are to reach real peace in the world, we shall have to begin with the children. What barrier is there that love cannot break? Nothing is so aggravating as calmness. Live simply so that others may simply live. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. The greatness of humanity is not in being human, but in being humane. Fearlessness is the first requisite of spirituality. Cowards can never be moral. There is force in the universe, which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. There is no such thing as too insane, unless others turn up dead due to your actions. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. I cannot teach you violence, as I do not, myself, believe in it. I can only teach you not to bow your heads before anyone, even at the cost of your life. Liberty and democracy become unholy when their hands are dyed red with innocent blood. The path is the goal. Honest differences are often a healthy sign of progress. Nothing has saddened me so much in life as the hardness of heart of educated people. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. True beauty lies in purity of the heart. You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist. Love never claims, it ever gives. Love ever suffers, never resents, never revenges itself. Palestine belongs to the Arabs in the same sense that England belongs to the English or France to the French. It is wrong and inhuman to impose the Jews on the Arabs. Surely it would be a crime against humanity to reduce the proud Arabs so that Palestine can be restored to the Jews, partly or wholly, as their national home.